What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video from the 10-7 MMA channel. And this one is about something kind of disturbing that happened last week that I think a lot of people missed. And this was caught on camera. And I was very disappointed, at least. And I want to tell you why. And we're going to go to that clip near the end. I want to give the setup of this entire beef or purported beef. Is it fake now? That's what it's got me wondering. I hope it's not. I hope it's sincere. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the beef between Paddy Pimblett and Ilia Topuria. And if you don't know, I'm going to explain how everything got started with this tweet. But before I get into the backstory of what happened between Ilia and Paddy, let me explain why I was so devastated by the fact that this beef may in fact not be real. People might say that I or other MMA fans are big into the drama of the sport and want to see all this stuff just for dramatic purposes. But I was thinking about it earlier as I was kind of in my mind mapping out this video. Here's the thing. It's not that I'm crazy about drama or MMA fans love the drama per se. Why do we love this sport? What brings us together as MMA fans? This is my belief, and you guys chime in if you guys disagree or have a slightly different perspective or a totally different perspective. I'd love to hear it. People say that MMA fans, we love drama, we love violence, we want to see violence. And I've said from the get-go that I disagree with this statement, and here's why. I don't want to see just pointless violence or pointless aggression. I like to see skill. I like to see competition. And in fact, mixed martial arts is, to me, the truest form of competition because every, let's say, competitive engagement you might get into with somebody, I'm better at you at this. Let's play basketball. Let's play one-on-one. Let's see who wins. And things get a little heated. What does it always boil down to? It's not like, hey, well, I'll bet you what, I'll go race you outside, 100-meter dash. I bet you I'll beat you. No, it's always, all right, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to fight you when things get out of hand. And that is the common denominator. And then once that carries out, there's nothing left to be said. Well, MMA is that fight. And the finality of it, the fact that this is usually the last straw, the last place that people go to show who's who, to show who comes out on top is a fight. And that's what this is. So to me, this is the truest form of competition where all competition boils down to a fight. And this is that fight. Now, when we're talking about a beef between two fighters, a real beef, not a manufactured beef, but a real genuine beef, and then they actually get to go in there when the stakes are high to battle it out. That's the absolute truest thing. Because think about it. Again, I've talked about this many times in other videos. Stakes are what make these fights so exciting and entertaining, in my opinion. And we can kind of ride along with the fighters and somewhat try to experience what they're experiencing, the height of competition. Because when there's a sincere beef and the stakes are very, very high, it's not only how badly you want it for you, for your family, for your legacy, for all these things, but you also want to deprive that other person that you're battling of those same benefits because there's a beef. You dislike each other. And that's even realer. That puts even more weight on the shoulders of the fighters. And that makes it even more exciting. So anyways, I just want to give that preface why in general, these authentic beefs between fighters, especially when they're fighting for championships or high up in the ranks, why it's so captivating and exciting as a fan. Okay, now let's get into Paddy versus Ilia. Now, first of all, when Ilia announced that he was moving up to lightweight, this is where my mind went immediately. One day, these two could fight, which would be incredible, especially if Paddy can really prove himself. He's got an opportunity here up against Michael Chandler. I think he's got what it takes. I think he's going to pull it off. And I think him and Ilia may, in fact, meet. And the coolest way for that to happen would be for a title. But let's see how all that unfolds. But how did this entire beef begin? It began with this tweet where Paddy says, "Lad, how stupid are these Georgians, man? No wonder the Russians terrorize their lives." And this is, somebody already responded, said this is insensitive. And obviously this tweet, I bet you behind closed doors, Paddy even will admit that he regrets making this tweet. Perhaps it was insensitive. And obviously, look, and he even tagged Topuria. That's crazy. Whoa. Okay, so I don't know what Topuria's tweet was before. I thought Topuria just came across this. So maybe Topuria tweeted something. I don't know why Paddy was getting in the middle. I don't even want to go there. I don't even know the history and what was happening and how this whole thing started. But anyways, but you can see this comment triggered people. You know, but there's a war going on. Georgians have been dying. So people who are Georgian are obviously going to take great offense to this tweet, as they did. Okay, So now let's go to what unfolded right after this at UFC London. I think this was back in maybe 3 years ago, something like that. That's what the video says. So now let's go to this famous clip when Paddy started calling Ilia Topuria hand sanitizer boy, and this is why. Check this out.
Take that shit. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
All right, so there it is, and he's called hand sanitizer boy because Paddy threw a hand sanitizer bottle at him. That's as real as it gets. I hope. No, that was definitely legit. But anyway, so that's how it began. It was a sincere beef. Ilia wanted to beat the crap out of Paddy. Paddy was there by himself. That's what he says anyways in follow-up interviews. So he's standing his ground, standing strong, throwing the hand sanitizer bottle. Then shortly after, this is the presser following that incident. So listen to the heated exchange between the two. Check this out.
Say that, and what did you say, Jared? That was some space cadet behind you.
That
was some chorizo, a Spanish sausage.
Oh, he's so different.
Your boy over there.
When you see me coming, he go to the back doors.
He's obsessed with me, lad. It's heavy.
Shut the fuck up.
He hasn't stopped tweeting about me all week, lad. He needs to sort his life out.
It's crazy at this time, by the way. Paddy was way more famous than Ilia. Ilia was still coming up through the ranks, if you guys remember. So Paddy was definitely the star here, and how things have, not that Paddy's not a star anymore, but Ilia has become a superstar. I mean, he's become champion. He beat Max Holloway. You guys know what happened. So, but it's just kind of interesting to think back to this moment. Paddy was almost like big broing Ilia a little bit.
Get him out, please, loudly, shut up, man.
What did you say, Jared, anyway?
I said,
that little bum's irrelevant.
I said that you didn't quit. You just got tired.
Yeah.
So I should have rephrased that. I should have rephrased that. Yeah. And I stand corrected.
Question for Ilia in the back. Has it been difficult being around Paddy? Have you had to stay away from him backstage?
What you said?
Has it been difficult being around Paddy backstage?
I haven't seen him, lad. I haven't seen him all week. The UFC have kept us apart.
When you see me coming,
because when I saw him last time, he got a hand sanitizer bottle bounced off his foot.
I don't understand you anything. Back in the flouty, like what?
Hand sanitizer, boy.
Okay, there's a little bit more. They end up getting up and facing off. This actually may have been a later fight event after that hand sanitizer incident. So this might be like months later or whatever. I can't remember exactly. All right. So this is the beef. They've been going back and forth, but they were always in different divisions. So it was more a fantasy matchup, nothing too serious. And then Ilia moves up, and now they're in the same division, and who knows what can happen. This fight could eventually happen in 6 months, in a year and a half. Let's see how things unfold. Let's see what happens when Ilia goes up against whoever it will be, whether it's Arman, Oliveira, Islam. And Paddy's on the way up. He's fighting Michael Chandler. He may break into the top 10 or top 5. This is pretty crazy. So now this is real. And then with all this anticipation, this happens.
Who came out to support Molly McCann?
135 pounds for Liverpool's own Nathan Fletcher.
Like, what is that? Look at that. Hold on. Go back. That's Paddy walking up, and there's Ilia back there.
Fletcher.
Okay. This kind of broke my heart. Did they work things out? Have they chatted it out? Are they cool now? Was Paddy just messing with Ilia when he walked by? So he put his hand out just to kind of make him do that. But he was messing with him the whole time. I want to believe the latter. I want to believe that he was just messing with him and that this beef is still alive. Because again, it's not that I am craving conflict or I want people to be mad at each other or I want all these negative things. It's not that. I think I've explained fairly well, if you guys agree with me, that the beef just makes it more real. And us MMA fans, we want the truth. We want the truth to be discovered via combat, and a fight with high stakes plus a personal beef. I think that is the ultimate truth. What can you do under that pressure, under those circumstances? Can you pull it all together and come out victorious? So that's what this is about. And that's why I was disappointed, because I don't know if a bigger, real, sincere personal beef than this one right here. So anyways, we'll see what happens. I'm going to have to believe that this was just, tell myself that this was just what's it called? Paddy just messing with Ilia and putting his hand out just to make him do the fist bump. And the beef is still brewing, and we're gonna get this fight eventually. It's gonna be amazing. But let me know what you guys think. You guys think they have made amends, or the beef was slightly manufactured? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.